Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of the Motor Spirit EG6 build. My name's Will. Got a good weekend coming up. I've got 4 days. Today's Friday, got Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 4 full days to work on the car. My mate Richie's coming down. He should be down here later on today in the afternoon. So look forward to meeting him. So what are we going to get done? We've got a lot to get done, and I'm hoping that this weekend this car will be good, race ready, once we're done. So what have I done? I need to stop saying what have I done. What have I done? What have I done? Right. Here we go. So all I've done this morning, whilst just waiting for the battery to charge on the GoPro, I've bolted the rear cage back in. Luckily everything lines up. So you can see we've got the B-pillar mounts and at the top there, pulling it all in really tight, which is good stuff. So now, I was a bit silly last time. I thought I was done with the cage. Unfortunately, I wasn't blessed with a brain. I wasn't blessed with a brain for these things, and I forget a lot. Just as well as blessed with awesome car making skills. Right, anyway. So what I've got to do is what I forgot about. Why I'm so stupid. I forgot to sort out the centre bar. This mounting plate that I welded in a while ago is off by about half a hole's diameter. So I'm gonna cut these out. And then reposition it all and do hopefully the final bit of welding, and then I can finally fit the cage after painting all the welding that I've done. Plop you back on there. So gonna get the cage finished today. Shouldn't take long actually, hopefully sort of by midday, early afternoon, maybe before Richie gets here, we'll get all the welding done. This weekend we will do the fire extinguisher, we will do the rain light. We will do, we will bleed the brakes, not very interesting. We'll get the car cleaned up, we'll get the bodywork finished off, just a little bit of sanding to go. We'll get the car cleaned and wrapped and looking smart, and then seeing how we go, this beauty might be going in. However, it's the weekend. I've worked hard the past few weekends and I think I've earned a bit of a break. So I'm going to be firing up the barbecue, going to have some beers, and I'm excited for that as much as doing this. So right, as always, let's crack on. Okay, so like I said, need to cut these bolts off. I welded them in the wrong place, so I'm going to cut them off. Hopefully we can get some new nuts and weld them in properly, and hopefully you can see that okay. I'll go for that. Okay, that's the bolt holes cleaned up and reopened up. What I'm going to have to do is open up these holes a little bit more so I can accommodate the shift where the bolt's going to have to move a little bit. But first I need to put back in the centre bar, and we'll work out exactly where I need to make those holes and weld in the new bolts. Yes! Mail order parts. It's like Christmas on a sunny summer's day, like Australian Christmas. Having a roast turkey and a barbecue. Love parts. Let's see what we got. Thank you, Tegiwa. Sort me out. So here we go. We've got a thermal throttle body to intake manifold gasket. We've got some brake fluid for bleeding the brakes. We have got some limited slip friction modifier for my diff in the box. Oil filter, Honda, genuine Honda as always. Going to try out some of this Miller's Nano Drive oil. Yes! Honda genuine flywheel bolts. Some Motul coolant. And a load of gearbox oil, an extra litre of Nano Drive, just because I've got a massive oil cooler. Genuine Honda gearbox fluid. And finally, I think we should have, we've got the throttle body to head thermal gasket. I did buy some other ones of these and they were chip shop, to say the least. the holes didn't line up at all, so hopefully these will be slightly better and everything will line up nicely. But we shall see. Look forward to that when we give the engine a good service, the new engine, and we'll put that in. Whilst we're here, might as well show you what I've done. So, I've drilled out the hole slightly and managed to bolt it down. I've given up on the idea of welding bolts in. I've just bolted through, so there's a bolt on the other side of the skin with a washer, and that's now bolted all the way down. I just need to get a nut on that side. But postman rudely interrupted me. Not that I mind, it's good things. So I'll just get that bolted in, then I can position these sleeves and start to drill out the holes, and I can get that bolted in, and then that is that bar done. Done, cage done. Thank bloody God. It's only taken about a year. not the cage's fault, my laziness, but anyway. So I'm going to crack on with that. Whew. Right, that is all the holes drilled out. The centre bar lined up. All holes drilled. That centre bar is now done. I've not bolted it down tight, but all the holes line up, and I know that if I do bolt it down tight, all that's going to happen is, as that pushes down, that may pull in a little bit, which is no bad thing, you know, pulls it all together nice and tight. That is, make sure I'm not wrong here, I'm 99% sure that the cage is 100% complete. So now I'm going to pull the cage out. Oh, pull the cage out again. Give the entire inside a good clean out. Paint all the bits where I've welded. I've no idea what the time is, so it doesn't really matter. Pull the cage out, get the bits painted, clean up. I can put the welder away, and I'll move on to my next job. I think I can. Oh, here we go. I can cross off another job off my list. Happy days. So I've got the fire extinguisher mounting bracket holes drilled out, just here and here. If you are working on a similar car and you want to do the same thing, or I say a similar car, if you're working on an EG and you want to do the same thing, just be aware that directly beneath there you've got the fuel lines, so be very careful as you're drilling through. Luckily I checked beforehand. The other thing to bear in mind is I've seen at race days, I've seen once quite recently where a guy had his extinguisher mounted, and the extinguisher literally from its own weight pulled itself through where it had been bolted through the floor pan, and it initiated midway through the race. So I'm going to be using large flat washers to try and spread the load from underneath and to give it a good clamp, good area to clamp down on, really, without relying on the thin metal that is the floor pan. You want to spread that load, and so it's got a decent area to clamp onto. I'm just going to clamp through small M6 bolts, a couple of nylon lock nuts, and that should be it. The fire extinguisher should be mounted. Then it'll be a nice short route out to the engine bay, and I'll mount the nozzle onto here for the driver's footwell. That'll be the system set up, and it's just the pull cables. Not too bad at all. So I'm going to bolt down the bracket now, and then we'll move on to fitting the nozzles. So I've mounted the driver's footwell nozzle just there, as you can see. Quite simple, just a little bracket made up using the steering column bolt there, and I've rerouted this cabling over the top. It was hanging in the way of it, but just rerouted the cabling, and that's good. So that should give a nice 90-degree spray. So we're looking, it's going to come down to about here, and then right up over across the driver. Might get in the way of some of the electrics, but well, saying that, yeah, maybe should be alright. I think we'll be okay, but it should get good coverage over me if I happen to spontaneously combust. Okay, so we've got the fire extinguisher in. That's mounted there. I've not plumbed it in just yet because I want to pull it back out for painting, so I can paint underneath in a bit. But so I've plumbed it all in up to the T-piece, and it goes round on a little loop out to the engine bay, and then this loops round behind where you can see I've mounted the driver's footwell nozzle just there. I'll put the pull cables in. They're nice and easy actually. This is where the heater box used to be for the fan. So it just comes straight down through the scuttle panel on the windscreen. So there you can see the engine bay one, so that should come out nice over the fuel area of the engine. Got the 2 pull cables in on the scuttle panel. And that's it actually, that's where I'm at so far. So I've just got to put the dash back in. Now I can sort the pull cable out for the electronic cut-off, and also my pull cable for the fire extinguisher itself. I think if I can get that done today, I'll be in a good place, and then can crack on tomorrow. My old mate Richie's still not here. He's stuck in traffic, so maybe we'll see him tomorrow. But I'll keep you updated, see how we get on for the rest this afternoon. Alright, so we've got quite a bit of things done. We've got the dash back in, loosely. Pull cable fitted for the fire extinguisher, so you can see down there that will initiate that bad boy. Pull that back in. And I'm just trying to work out for the kill switch now. So, this cable's going to come up here and pull down on the kill switch. I'm probably going to have to make a little bracket that will just hold this out forward of the dash slightly and at an angle, so that it can actually pull down and initiate that kill switch correctly. So that's where I am. It's knocking on tonight. I'm getting quite tired and I want some food, so we'll crack on tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Bye bye.